In Master Wang's book, he talked about over again about the gravity and the weight. Today, we're going to talk about the weight. You can actually do experiment to measure exactly the weight of your arm or all your body parts. The distribution of the weight is similar like this. Today, we're going to use a simpler model. Major trunk is 50% of your weight. The head is 8, arm is only 5. So obviously, as a beginner, the first you should get the low-hanging fruit, which is 50% of the majority weight, which is your trunk. Some class level of teaching may be asking you to adjust the 8% like a shooting Dingjin, but this is only 8% of the weight. It's not as effective. So obviously our strategy should first focus on the 50% on the trunk. Can you feel the trunk weight? Obviously, as a beginner, you can. I didn't feel it. Can you move the trunk straight? It's hard. Suppose we have a model of my trunk, which is this brick, and your master always tell you straight. What does it really mean? He always tell you not lean forward, not backwards, and straight. If someone pushes you on the shoulder, you should automatically sink down like this. Not like this, not like this, but sink down straight. But most beginners can't do it. And why is that? You have seen this picture in my previous physiology of the brain. If you cut a section of the brain, map each of your body parts to the brain. For example, the hand occupies from here to here very large size. Your trunk is here, your hip is here, your knee is here, much smaller. This is due to the evolution of the human. As you evolve, you have developed highly skilled motor skill for your hands, your facial expression, but your trunk, your hip are not advanced as those hands.
So that big crab-looking thing perched on top is just meant to show the area devoted to the hand movements.
Right. And I also want to mention, if you play piano, this area will be even bigger. So our goal is not practice anything to make this bigger, but rather make your trunk bigger or make your hip bigger. So that's one part Tai Chi we can really focus on, so that you can have a better sense for that 50% weight here. Another video I've shown you using shoulder push. Because our highly developed hands, that may interfere with your focus on your trunk and hip. This is a very major joint that you need to really develop. The hand is likely in the way. That's why at the beginning, I recommend using shoulder push rather than hand push. I think we can try focus on only moving your trunk. This is a way I practice. I use a pen. I use something clean plastic, wrap the pencil, can hold with my mouse. What I'm going to show you is, I'm going to draw a line here so my body would move. My head should not move. I should be very steady and using my body to move. I'm trying to trace the line horizontally. Okay, so this is a practice. You just practice your moving horizontally your trunk. So next, I'm trying to trace a pattern from here to here. At this point, you're trying to drop your body vertically. I'll show you the body. So this is a pattern 1, 2, 3. The third one you drop a little bit, and then you are going to 4. And I'm going to show you how my body moves. You can see it's very embarrassing at the very beginning. You can't do well. So you can't do well, but very visibly you can improve your skill and give you an instant feedback. At this point, when you drop it down, drop your body vertical down like this, you are trying to feel the weight of your body. Here you try to feel it. I found the process of the number 2 step is if it's more than 3 seconds, And then you can memorize a little bit more about your aware of your weight. If you just drop down like this, you won't feel as much at the beginning. So you need to go a little bit slow and feel your body weight on this joint and go down. So that's one tip I have. So I just showed you left and right movement, and this is front and back. You hold a pencil like very awkward. Otherwise, if you use a hand, you are already familiar with using hand to write. That's not the way. So you just make some way to hold it like little kids. You try to move your whole body forward and backward. And at the end, maybe make something fun, like write your name. Your handwriting is very bad at the very beginning, but at the end, you're going to improve. So this is for the forward and backward. Also, you can move left and right, but left and right, because you have a hand involved, it's not a very focused like the one I showed you, left and right with the mouse. That's a more direct practice. When you reach certain level, you can do this practice. I taped a piece of paper on the bottom of the chair, and I'm going to use this pen to write. The key thing is you need to sink your trunk down while raising your hand to write. I will show you like this. You use your body to write and try to sink and sink down and raise your hand. So hand raise and trunk down. Another thing I want to share with you to see whether there are people interested in this kind of thing. I'm working on a box, basically a box with 3 sides. Each side has a laser pointer. When this box is attached to your body, you can draw on 3 sides, which is one side here, one side on the floor, one side in front of the wall in front of you. Flashlight is a little bit too big. It's hard to do. So I'm trying to work on a laser pointer. So this way, if our Tai Chi master can draw the 3 patterns, one here, one in front of you, you just trace the pattern here, and that way it's easier for you to learn Tai Chi. You know, a lot of people think, oh, I don't remember how to do it. Rather than trying to remember how to do it, I just look at the pattern, try to trace the pattern on the paper. If you are interested in such a device and service, and let us know by leaving your comments below. The key is the measurable result. Once you have a measurement, there's a positive feedback to you so you can improve. You collect the writing you have from day 1 to day 3, you know the difference, you know you have improved. And that is very positive feedback to you. And here's another device created. I still can improve a little bit, but this is the idea. Inside the milk jug, I have a ball with some plastic bag to make it level. And here I have some just construction level, so I can see it's level. And I use just a regular bell, a hold. I'm trying to move my body, and definitely I'm not master level. The water will spill. The amount of water spill I collect in the milk jug will indicate how good I am. The less is the better. Other easy way to exercise your trunk, you can stand on one foot, just up and down, feel your weight. The more the better, about maybe 30, and go just drop down. Also, you can rotate with on one leg and try to rotate your body. You know, just feel this weight. The trunk is just one piece.